and they can't go anywhere. They're expected to just stick around the big creators and be the...
Man, some of these people be ungrateful, Chad. Some of these people be too ungrateful, bro. You get sometimes you cannot win. You just can't win with certain people, certain situations. You better be happy you went there, even if it is something that they gotta work on. Coming to the internet like this I don't think it's the answer. You messing up your PR, man. You messing up your shit. I ain't gonna lie. So the argument is the smaller streamers and people just side quests for more content. I don't think that's the case, but some of y'all is side characters because don't nobody really know who y'all is. It's still an opportunity of a lifetime, even if even if it don't go the way that you expect it to go. Even the thought of you being there and something could change. There's some people who went there and they on the top now. You gotta get it out the mud, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It never feel like it's handed to you. And a lot of people don't want to get it out the mud. They don't realize that part. That's something I'm trying to realize too. You gotta dig deep and get it out the mud. And you gotta respect your craft before anybody else gonna respect your craft. And that's just facts.
The supporters and the people clapping in the back to make the big people be bigger. And then we're just supposed to be the background characters. The background dancer to the big characters.
They don't need no clout. Now I'm not gonna lie though. Streaming University most definitely did make Kai bigger. I ain't gonna lie. Kai knows how to do things in a way where he looks out for other people, but also he know that he gonna get something in return. Because if you really think about it, if you think about it from a content creator standpoint, you can see the play 10 steps ahead. But if you look at it from a viewer standpoint, you don't understand. All he doing is to take over, not just to help. He doing this shit to take over the streaming world, because if everybody talking about one person, that's bigger than viral, bro. At that point, you just running the whole internet for however long you do your marathon. So I don't think it's no malicious intent. But let me know, do y'all think I'm spitting facts? Do y'all think he doing it to gain more clout? Or do y'all think he doing it genuinely to help? I feel like they go neck and neck. I feel like he know he gonna get bigger off of it, and he trying to stamp his identity. But also he do want to help though. It's boring. Who want to be the only streamer, bro? Let me see if my mic work. Who want to be the only streamer, bro? Who want to be the only streamer? Nobody want to be the only streamer, gang. So I don't think he doing it out of malicious intent for real.
And that's okay. That's just how it works.
If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. We're on the race for 190. I've lowered the goal. It's 190 now. Be there or be square. Now, back to the video. With over 120 streamers being added into the zeitgeist and culture of streaming, and over 6,000 channels covering Streaming University, I think it's safe to say that this was the biggest, and I do mean biggest, opportunity for a new and up-and-coming star to be put onto the scene in a major way. But simultaneously, there was a lot of questioning and concern about if this was real opportunity or if these people were used as extras for the content that Kai Cenat and his friends were creating. Now, I've already addressed the streamer Aisha and her thought process on the whole thing and how she took Streaming University, so I'm not gonna rehash that. Please check out the previous video that I posted if you want to get into the full details of that. But she posed a question and the thought process that a lot of people have had about this event dating back to its origins. And maybe there's some validity to the thought process of it all. Again, there was 120 streamers, thousands of channels viewing this content or creating some sort of content about it, 56 million hours of watch time, and I think it peaked at 1.45 million live viewers watching the event unfold. But that doesn't mean that That's each crazy. And every streamer got this attention or eyeballs individually. You gotta think, the biggest names like Kai, Ron, Marlon, Suburb Baby got the bulk of these viewers. And this meant that smaller streamers were jockeying for attention.
Okay, I can see what they saying. I can see what they saying, but shit, I wasn't there, so I don't know, man. From the outside looking in, though, it was a lot of it. Everything got a good and a bad to it. Ain't nothing just all the way perfect. And some people really did win TVUs. Like I think 3 people won a TVU backpack. That's 30 bands. That's 90 bands for 3 of them. So they gave away. I think they gave away 3. I think, if I'm not mistaken. This is the point where you gotta see, people not gonna let you in the door. You gotta, sometimes you gotta force your way through it, and you gotta just find your way for real. Make some shit happen.
Or they would be at risk
She's
of
sitting there crying and shit.
disappearing into the void of the streamer university as a whole, especially once they left the university. Streamer teacher Ludwig kind of warned some of the students about this exact same phenomenon that would happen to them.
It is inevitable. Do we all agree with this? Does this kind of make sense? Yes, we were at Streamer U. Kai Cenat went live. He ended. 500,000 people had to scatter somewhere. They went to the category. You were in the category. Okay? You were at the party. You were at the basketball game. Whatever it is. Okay? These are exactly how it's going to look. If you prepare yourself, it won't hurt as much. It won't feel as bad because you'll know what's coming. 40%. Okay, that is the median Streamer U student from 2025. How many viewers they lost? They lost 40% of their viewers the week after Streamer U. The week after.
But y'all know, see, and this is the thing about Streamer University, and in my opinion, I think he got to start choosing a little bit more wisely because everybody not ready to go. If you go to Streamer U, bro, and y'all need to learn from this just in case y'all ever want to get accepted or whatever the case is. One thing I learned is if you go to Streamer U, that's just something to put on your accolade to say you did. You know, it's an achievement, but it's not a guarantee that it's gonna make or break your career. And getting into Streamer University is gonna expose you, whether you love this shit or not, cause it's gonna be ups and downs, bro. It's your life just not gonna always change when you think it's gonna change. You gotta come back off Streamer U and stay consistent for the next one and the next one and the next one and the next one. Just stay consistent. Just stay consistent, bro. That's really the main thing that I'm trying to work on too, is just staying consistent. Cause you can't make it and get comfortable. The same work you put in to make it, you gotta put in twice that amount of work. You gotta put in twice that amount of work to get to Streamer U and to make it out and to make it past losing your viewers. They don't be understanding that. They be thinking, they be having the wrong mindset, thinking this shit gonna get handed to you.
Okay? 87% of the people from last year never hit their peak CCB that they hit at Streamer U again. They never hit it again. That's 87%. Okay? And this is a stat that...
If you're running your own business, you need Symphony.
That's probably the saddest to read out. 10% never went live again.
And that fall off definitely happened.
10% never went live again? Imagine. So you made it and then you never went live again, bro. What a waste. What a waste. And I know you ain't gotta go live though, cause you know it's other avenues, but 9 times out of 10, if some of them ain't went live, I know it's some of them that ain't made no new videos either. On top of that, I know that for a fact.
Most of the streamers who went to Streamer University didn't maintain the outrageous numbers that they had while on the campus. It was a moment. It was a time for injecting viewership onto these people, but not an automatic, long-lasting thing. So streamer Aisha was right about one part of her long, and I do mean long, monologue about the whole thing. Being accepted into Streamer University didn't automatically stop a small streamer from becoming an extra. But temporary viewership and a little extra camera time isn't the only way to judge if streamers Streamer U was helpful or not. I think a better question is what happens once this event ends and the temporary boost of being around or connected to Streamer University disappears. Because this is a very underrated part. Just because the viewership left upon graduation doesn't mean that the relationships left as well. The sad but real reality is that most of these people did not maintain their viewership coming from Streamer University. It's not that it's a crazy thing, but the Super Bowl has bigger views than the regular season. The NBA Finals has bigger views than the regular season. That's just how things work. But what they did,
yeah, you gonna lose your views, bro. And it's man, life in general is ups and downs. And what I'm learning is you gotta just be you all the way through. And stick it out with you all the way through. Cause you know, you gonna lose viewers, you gonna lose money, you gonna lose not house, but you gonna lose assets, bro. You gonna lose momentum. It's about not quitting though. I ain't gonna lie. It's about
didn't
not
maintain
quitting.
throughout the course of leaving Streamer University and for the foreseeable future is the relationships that they built with the other small, medium, or even large creators that they built connections with while on campus. And I'd even argue that that's more powerful because the new relationships can introduce you to a new audience and make you more of a mainstay as opposed to a flash in the pan.
Well, Pudgy, you know, a setup is nothing without the main component. I know you've been needing one, and so I got you a PC. Yeah, you can play games and shit on here.
That's
you know,
hard,
you
though.
can
That's
play
hard. That's
all
hard.
types of, you know, do your desktops, reacts, and things of that nature.
The way that Pudgy has popped onto the scene and popped into our hearts by taking those relationships from Streamer University and turn those into continuous collaborations with bigger names has been phenomenal. Not saying that he wouldn't have been successful all on his own, but I think that we see, just like the other larger creators see, that there's something special in this kid and it needs to be seen. But even people who are already established creators made bigger connections with other established creators. The relationship between Dub and Jason the Ween has been something that has turned from a working one to...
Yeah, that's cool. I seen a video, I ain't gonna lie. When they was in the car and they had stopped at all them restaurants. That was funny.
to an actual friendship.
I think Kai understanding that all I was missing in my content creation is collabs. Man, I met some of the best people ever. I never laughed, never had that much time with other than these niggas that I live with. Gang, I found a friend inside of Jason. My nigga Jason the Ween, right? That is one of the, I found a friend in that nigga, chat. I found a friend in that nigga. I text that nigga already, bro. Like Jason, I would have never thought in 900 million years I would have been cool with Jason.
And it's not just smaller creators connecting with bigger ones, it's also bigger creators connecting with smaller ones. I know you think that that's the same thing, but I think it's a difference between like a smaller creator finding an infatuation or some sort of companionship with somebody bigger and the ways that bigger streamers can connect with the smaller ones. For example, streamer J-Shock was such a shining moment for streamer Lacey in their time at Streamer University. Streamer Lacey decided that he was going to give back to him, pour into him, because he saw that there was something there. He decided to gift him a new PC setup so that he can, you know, create more content. And we know how important that is with the price of RAM these days.
You showed me your setup and you had a laptop that you stream off of.
Damn.
So I got
RAM costs that much, shorty? Godly. I ain't gonna lie. I think I need some more RAM though. But I'm cool. You gotta know what computer to pick though. Cause if you pick the wrong computer, you gonna be hurting. I ain't gonna lie. If you pick the wrong PC, you gonna be hurting. My first ever computer was a MacBook Air. And I really couldn't do nothing on there. I couldn't stream on there. I couldn't even load up OBS up on there because of the RAM. I was recording music on there. It started overheating. The battery started giving out. Nah. You can't go. You pick the wrong computer. Your career might be over with if you can't bounce back. Man, the wrong PC. You was not gonna be able to stream, game, nothing. And then they pitch it to you so good when they try to get you to buy. You gotta make sure you buying the right PC for you, shorty.
You showed me your setup and you had a laptop that you stream off of.
Yeah.
So I got you a brand new PC.
But one advice I want to give though, you don't need. I'm streaming off a laptop, bro. Believe it or not, I got a desktop, but my desktop had something had happened to it. and then it stopped working, but then it started back working, but I just stuck with the laptop. If you get the right gaming laptop or you get the right laptop in general, I don't know about Mac. I love Mac, iPhones, Apple, stuff like that, but they kind of, I don't know if I could trust them when it come to reactions and videos and making music and just production with content and everything and editing. I don't think I could trust Mac. I think you gonna get the best. Your best bet is gonna be getting a Windows computer. Cause I think, from my experience, I think Windows got the best budget friendly computers where you can still stream and edit videos and your stuff not gonna lag. Mac, you gonna spend too much money for them to just make another MacBook 2 years, a year or 2 years from now, and now your MacBook is terrible. I don't know, there's something going on with that shit. Unless you you gonna spend some money. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, shit. So you can keep streaming. You can. Where you going, Jason?
I'm gonna go cry.
Why?
Bro, you know.
He said, I'm gonna go cry.
Yes!
I ain't like W.
Bro, Jason, you were a big part of my streamer, dude. I hung out with you. We had deep talks at night. We had a lot of fun.
Damn, I ain't even know he went. I ain't even know some of the people who went though.
And you're streaming off a laptop, bro.
Dude, why? Let me see why, bro.
Because you deserve it.
None of these people became immediate.
Also, they got phones. Did they get free phones too? You know who? It's many people that need a streaming phone. That was a good opportunity, man.
Superstars off of just attending Streamer University, but the connections that they built will last them for a lifetime. Streaming, TikToking, YouTubing, whatever it is. The access that they are granted to different audiences and to different groups is what makes this thing so special and what will grow them to different heights. That's how Streamer University helps some of these creators. People being put into positions in which they can build genuine connections through laughter, through camaraderie, through just being a pure, fun, and good time. But this is where I think a lot of people really made the mistake. They assumed that the stage was the end all be all. Hey, once I am here, this will bring the eyes to me. It's not about, you know, creating these connections. Hell, I might even go about sacrificing some of these connections in the future because I need the clip right now. This is where I think people like the Mighty BA or Paybay took the opposite approach in all of it. Instead of building a connection, they decided that clip farming was the way to go. Engagement was the actual metric that they needed. It doesn't matter how it comes off. So ultimately they went for, you know, the view and the clip instead of the relationship.
Please, please, please. Please, 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 please. Give me the wheelchair. Get out, get out.
What the fuck is my life?
I need it. Get out. The fuck out.
Bruh, what? What the heck?
Stop.
You torturing the man. Why would she just put the whole camera rig on his neck and tried to choke him with it, shorty?
Hey, really? Ow, fuck. Yeah, really. Get shit fucked up.
Get some energy drinks. No. Why I ain't never see this? No, she ain't just spit in his face like that. No.
Oh, she's fucked.
See, bro.
You like Pokemon?
That's foul. I'm not gonna lie. That's foul. Oh my god.
Oh, she's
Being burped all type.
See, bro.
You like Pokemon?
Yeah, like.
She went Triple H, shorty. She went Triple H.
Pokemon. Bro, hold on. No. Bro, I gotta.
Hey, look. I even know this shit. Watch this.
Oh my god.
Watch this.
Chow fucked.
Watch this. You know what I do?
Boom, boom. Ooh.
Yo! That's an SIR! That's a big hit. No, you're betting it. What are you doing?
What did I do?
Why would you bet this card? You can't hit this card. It's impossible to hit.
Job Corps is a program where they'll give you free residency. They'll give.
Sorry.
Now, for what it's worth, it made them both major talking points during the event. But as we're sitting here today, it didn't make them reoccurring talking points, but just flashes in the pan, something that people could warn content creators about, scold them about, etc., etc. And most importantly, it scorned any chance of a relationship in the future for another content creator to say, hey, I want to work with you. I really see something special in you, and I want to collaborate with you. They got their 15 seconds of fame while other content creators were building relationships that would last them for years. So while Streamer University could give you the access to the different creators that are known to people, are unknown to people, but could make for viral moments, ultimately it could not force you to be consistent and maintain or build relationships with these people that will carry you for the long go, longer than the 5 days that you were.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
But yeah, there's like 20 people that are going to be pulling up now. Some people from Streamer U, some people not from Streamer U.
You've seen collaborations with Jason the Ween, Dub.
Yeah, this the collab I was talking about. This video was funny. I would have reacted to it, but I ain't gonna lie. Once I clock out and take the camera down, it's pretty much wraps. I'm trying to work on my setup and my efficiency with my workflow. Cause the type of lens that I got, I gotta put it super far away. Cause I need to get a wider lens. The wide lens that I got, that motherfucker bogus. I don't even want to use it. It ain't bogus to me, but it's like I heard this person say, and I believe it to be true. I heard this person say, when you starting off, you gotta have good quality, because you could be good or you could be decent, but if your quality bad, people might scroll past you. Cause they might not think you taking it serious. You get what I'm saying? So it's not even a bragging thing or nothing like that. It's just showing that I take it serious because I got the quality to back it. You get what I'm saying? But ain't nothing wrong with using what you got, because I done did that for many years. But I just gotta use my best equipment, and it's not easy because the way that I got set this camera up right now is crazy. But hey, I like it.
And Pudgy. You're seeing Plaqueboy Max continue the relationship that he built with his roommate Wardrobe and Sky Jackson in some streams that they did together. And multiple streamers appeared on the MVP of Streamer University Suburb Baby sleepover stream. These are no longer isolated streams. The relationships are starting to have a lot of overlap now, and the trickle-down effects of that are real. Now Pudgy knows Agent. Agent introduces Pudgy to his audience. Agent's audience goes and views Pudgy when Agent isn't streaming, and hell, even some of them decide to build a connection with Pudgy greater than just the agent of it all. Every opportunity that these new creators get to collaborate with people creates the moment to reach a new audience.
Yeah, that's facts, man. So many opportunities up out of this. For her to get on there and say that, I don't even know everything she said, but it sound ungrateful though.
Actually help its creators. Maybe that streamer Aisha was right about a few things, I guess. There were smaller streamers that...
What part was she right about? Let me see.
Still matters, their personality still matters, their creativity still matters. But what I can say is that every time they do get this collaboration, every time they do get this opportunity, it just gives them one more boosted shot to get it right. I think that 2025 is remembered through the few individuals that survived the fall off, but 2026 will be remembered as the class that came together and continued to hold each other up while everybody figures it out. So did Streamer University actually help its creators? Maybe that streamer Aisha was right about a few things, I guess. There were smaller streamers that did just become background characters in a bigger streamers event. There were just too many creators out there for everybody to get all of the views in an equal distribution. But over 30 days later, I do think that Streamer University's success is easier to see through the collaboration and the network that the creators built while being on campus. What remained after is what we should be talking about. I'm talking about the Pudgies, I'm talking about the Wardrobe, I'm talking about the J-Shocks, I'm talking about the Dubs of the world. Dozens, dozens, and I do mean dozens of creators are still existing and thriving because they've decided to reach out, literally grab each other and prop each other up and say, hey, I'm gonna help you, you're gonna help me, we're gonna build a great relationship together because I thoroughly enjoy you, you thoroughly enjoy me, the audience responds to you great, and we're just having a great time. And instead of these guys focusing while on campus about the clip of it all, the moment of it all, going viral, they decided that they were going to focus on the after. Unlike creators like the Mighty BA and Paybay who decided to focus on the now and wanted to go for the viral moment, they said forget
Fried.
the after. What about today? So if you ask me, I think that Stream University is a success. No, it's not.
I'm happy where I'm at because it's a lot to learn from these videos if you really think about it, and this is a prime example of what not to do. Her spinning dude face, that's a prime example of what not to do. Streaming University is about building relationships and not messing up your PR. So you might come back the next time. You feel me?
Not gonna guarantee.
Man, that's that reaction right there. That was an interesting video. I didn't even know she's spinning his face like that. But that's going on my clip page. Nope. I didn't even know that though. That shit wild. That shit overly wild.